What is up, party people? It's MTG next door. It's Doc. The Doc family had a nasty respiratory virus this past week, so I do not recommend it. And so I'm maybe on the mend. So let's crack some of these Kamigawa packs because somehow a whole box has sat here, basically untouched. Mr. Pink and I did a combo. Ooh, that is a cool token. Y'all see that? That is a cool samurai token. That is a game face the likes of which I wish I could muster. So yeah, we did a combo opening. That was fun. Hopefully I will load that up before this one gets loaded, but I might just load this one up next. We'll see what happens. Anyway, all right, so let's see what we got. We've got Kosai, Penitent Warlord. We have our pretty plains. We have a Silver Fur Master. There are the ninjas, and I agree with Mr. Pink. I do like this art. Yeah, we'll see that one again. All right, let's start putting these things where they should go. So we got art, land. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Okay, Imperial Subduer, 2 and a white. When a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, tap target creature you don't control. There's definitely like a way to abuse that. I just don't know what it is. Ooh, man, that's an interesting one. Reckoner Shakedown, 2 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player discards that card. If you don't, put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature or vehicle you control. Interesting. Reckoner's Bargain. All right, I'm seeing a theme here. 1 and a black for an instant. As an additional cost of this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Okay. You gain life equal to the sacrifice per minute's mana value. Draw 2 cards. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's basically like a kind of like a Sign in Blood. And if you're already planning on sacrificing, you're drawing 2 cards, you're gaining some life. Yeah, I like it. That's good. Return to action. 1 and a black for an instant. Till end of turn, target creature gains +1/+0 and lifelink, and when this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. You know, we don't play a lot of combat tricks, and I feel like maybe we probably should. Because that would be a pretty good one. Like, chump, block, gain a bunch of life, and then it survives. Undercity Scrounger. That's going to haunt my nightmares. 2 and a black for an artifact creature human rogue. 1/4. Tap creature, create a treasure token. Activate only if a creature died this turn. You know, that could definitely go in Kobold. All right. Banishing Slash. 1/white. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature. Then if you control an artifact and an enchantment, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token. I like that they're giving you the token in the pack with the thing that does the thing. That is helpful. I could see this going in like an enchantment or artifact deck where you know you're going to be, you know, doing stuff. And you're going to get that second trigger. All right. When We Were Young, 3 and a white for an instant. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control an artifact and an enchantment, those creatures also gain lifelink until end of turn. Again, you got to pretty much build around this. I like the art though. That's cool. All right, another uncommon. Michiko's Reign of Truth, 1 and a white. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact and enchantment you control. Okay. Exile this, and then we get Portrait of Michiku. It is an enchantment creature. I like the art on that. Portrait of Michiku gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. All right. You know, you buff something, and then on turn 3, you get like you get a creature. You know, it might not go. It'll go in like a Saga deck, which I may make soon. All right, so we got a rare. Oh, hey, we'll take that. Light Paws, Emperor's Voice, 1 and a white for a 2/2 Fox Advisor. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to the aura and with a different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light Paws, Emperor's Voice, then shuffle. I mean, this is pretty rad. especially in an enchantment deck. We got a common foil, as is the case, and we got that token. All right, Light Paws, glad for that. We can take that. All right, list card or bullshit card? List card or bullshit card? Bullshit card. That's a bummer. All right, that art is pretty cool. Unquenchable Fury. Got a Thornwood Falls. Ooh, man, that art is nice. Guardians of Oboro, 2 and a blue for a 3/4 Moonfolk Samurai with Defender. Modified creatures you control can attack as though they didn't have Defender. So, enchantment, arm this, there you go. Got another one. We got Moon Snare Specialist, 3 and a blue for a 2/2 human ninja with ninjutsu. I'm already enamored. When Moon Snare Specialist enters the battlefield, return to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. Love it. So you ninjutsu this lady in, and she bounces something. That's just delightful. Just delightful. Oh, that was a uncommon, so we put that there. Sunblade Samurai, 4 and a white for a 4/4 human samurai with lots of swords. Vigilance. Channel. 2, discard Sunblade Samurai, search your library for a basic playing cards, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, you gain 2 life. So I feel like this is probably more a limited card. Imperial Oath, 5 and a white, create 3 2/2 white samurai creature tokens with Vigilance and Scry 3. Did that one have Vigilance? Yeah, it has Vigilance. All right. All right, Experimental Synthesizer. Red for an artifact. When it enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield, exile the top card of your library until end of turn. You may play that card. 2 and a red, sacrifice it, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with Vigilance. All right. I mean, I don't know if that'll play, but it probably will. Aki Ronin, 1 and a red for a 1/3 goblin samurai. It's doing the whole when somebody attacks alone, you discard a card and draw a card. All right, Dragon Spark Reactor. I've pulled this, but I'll read it again. 1 and a red. Whenever this or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you put a charge counter on this. 4, sacrifice. It deals damage equal to the number of charge counters on it to target player, and that much damage to up to 1 target creature. All right. That is an uncommon. Patchwork Automaton, 2 for a 1/1 artifact creature construct with Ward 2. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Patchwork Automaton. That plays all day in an artifact creatures deck. That's actually really good. All right, Azusa's Many Journeys. 1 and a green, you may play an additional land this turn. Love it already. You gain 3 life. Excellent. It becomes a 3/3 something. Likeness of the Seeker. Whenever Likeness of the Seeker becomes blocked, untap up to 3 lands you control. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. I like that. All right, we got a rare. Ooh. Invoke the Ancients. 1 green, 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 green. Create 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, put your choice of a Vigilance counter, a Reach counter, or a Trample counter on it. It's not bad. Especially if you're playing like green spirits or green modified. All right, we also got our Rito Sentinel, 3 for a 3/3 artifact creature construct with Defender. When it enters the battlefield, target player mills 3 cards, then put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. I think that's probably going to be more of a limited card. All right, that's pretty cool too. Is that a signed one? No. Tameshi Reality Architect, Rugged Highlands, Sunblade Samurai. We actually just pulled this, but I like this art better. Imperial Subduer. We've pulled this, but I think the art was different. Ancestral Katana. You know, I don't care. It's a functional reprint. I'm happy with it. 1 and a white for an artifact equipment. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, you may pay 1. When you do, attach this to it, and it gets +2/+1. Moth Rider Patrol, Fox Warrior. 1 for a flying Fox Warrior that can tap target creature. Yeah, we'll take that. Sunblade Samurai again. Story Weave. Okay. 2 and a green for an instant. Choose 1. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Put 2 lore counters on target saga you control. The next time 1 or more enchantment creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, each enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Interesting. That's really interesting. All right. Historian's Wisdom. 2 and a green for an enchantment aura. Enchant artifact or creature. When it enters the battlefield, if enchanted permanent is a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, draw a card. As long as an enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +2/+1. Okay. Okiba Reckoner Raid. Black for an enchantment saga. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay, so this is a fun turn 1 card. And then turn 3, this turns into Nezumi Road Captain, a 2/2 enchantment creature rat rogue. And vehicles you control have menace. Yeah, all right. I mean, the first 2 were not bad. Oh, and we got a rare. No, we got a commander card. All right. We got a Ruthless Technomancer, 3 and a black for a 2/4 human wizard. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature you control. If you do, create a number of treasure tokens equal to that creature's power. I already like this card. I don't care what else it does. 2 and a black, sacrifice X artifact. Return target creature card with power X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. X can't be 0. That's pretty good. I like that guy. We got another rare. Surge Hacker Mech. 4 for a 5/5 artifact vehicle with menace. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. All right. Been wanting to rebuild that vehicle deck I made many years ago. All right, we got a Thundersteel Colossus. It is 7 for a 7/7 with trample and haste. It's actually not bad. And we have a BS card. All right, there we go. Halfway through. All right. Ryu Storm's Edge. Yeah, we'll take that. We have a regular old as land. Peerless Samurai. 2 and a red for a 2/3 human samurai with menace. Whenever somebody attacks alone, the next spell you cast costs 1 less to cast. Alright, we got the non-foily thing of the thing. Light the Way. White for an instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle. Untap it. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Yeah, I don't think that's great. Brute Suit. I like anything that rhymes. 3 for a 4/3 vehicle with vigilance and crew 1. Disruption Protocol. Blue for an instant. As an additional cost of the spell, tap an untapped artifact you control or pay 1. Counter target spell. Okay. Assassin's Ink. 2 black. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control an artifact and 1 less to cast if you control an enchantment. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. It's not bad. Naomi, Pillar of Order. 3 white for a 4/4 human advisor. When she enters the battlefield or attacks, if you control an artifact or enchantment, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. All right. Vanishing Slash was pulled. Tales of Master Shishio. I think I got this one. Let's see. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. It gains vigilance until end of turn. And then we make a 5/5. Whoop. Hasty Vigilance Snake Warrior. Maybe Mr. Pink did. I mean, it's pretty expensive at 5. But then you get a 5/5. That's a little rough. All right, we got a rare. Ooh, Eater of Virtue. I don't care what this card does. It just looks cool. All right, 1 for a legendary artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature dies, exile it. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. As long as a card exiled with Eater of Virtue has flying, equipped creature has flying. The same is true for first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, protection, reach, trample, and vigilance. So it kind of doesn't matter what if they kill your Voltron, because then whatever you equip this to next has all those things. All right. But you probably don't want to do that to your commander. That kind of stinks. But it's priced aggressively. And it's cool. I like that they're doing cool stuff. All right, Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. 2 and a blue for a 1/4 flying Merfolk Wizard. Whenever it becomes tapped, scribe 1. Meh. Done one of these. All right, 2 packs left. We got some ninjas, so I'm happy about that. I was starting to get a little worried. Ooh. So that's the new treasure token. Y'all check that. That's pretty cool. I dig it. All right, and that's that big bad guy, right? Yep. Hidetsu Devouring Chaos. We've got a Bloodfell Caves. We've got another Moonsnare Specialist. We got a Scrapyard Steelbreaker. So it is a 3 and a red for an artifact creature human warrior. It's 3/4. 1 sacrifice an artifact, another artifact. It gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Makes sense. All right, Mnemonic Sphere, 1 and a blue for an artifact. Sacrifice it, draw 2 cards. Channel it, draw a card. All right. Armguard Familiar, 1 and a blue for a 2/1 artifact creature equipment beast. Ward 2, equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has Ward 2. And you can reconfigure for 4. Mirror Shell Crab, 5 blue. For a artifact creature crab with Ward 3, and it's a 5/7. And you can also channel it to counter target spell or ability unless its controller pays 3. You know, in a big creatures deck, that's not bad. If your goal is to cast big creatures, that's pretty good. Containment Construct, 2 for a 2/1 artifact creature construct. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. Oh! Yeah, everything gets madness here. If you do, you may play that card this turn. So yeah, this turns all your channel cards into madness cards. It's not bad. Thirst for Knowledge. That is a reprint. They even reprinted it with Tezzeret. Shattered States Era. All right. See, we're getting these sagas at common, which is interesting. 4 and a red. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste until end of turn. Okay. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Exile this, and you make Nameless Conqueror. 3/3 with trample and haste. It's a little expensive, but not terrible. Oh, we got a mythic. Oh, this is from the Commander set. All right. Shorkai Genesis Engine. 2 white, blue for a legendary artifact vehicle. 1 tap, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Create a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token with this creature crews vehicles as though it had power 2. And its crew of 8. And it can be your commander. That's pretty rad. That is pretty rad. I don't know what to do with it, but it's rad. All right, we got a rare. Oh, it's a ninja. Biting Palm Ninja, 2 and a black. It's got ninjutsu for 2 and a black. When it enters the battlefield with a menace counter on it. Whenever Biting Palm Ninja deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a menace counter from it. When you do, that player reveals their hand and you choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. That's not bad, especially if you've got a way to just bounce this guy. Then we got a Jukai Trainee. It's foiling. 1 and a green for a 2/2. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So it's got Bushido. A treasure token. That's common. All right, last pack. Last pack. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my time here. That's pretty. Forest. Forest. Oh, that is really pretty. I don't know if y'all can see that. Futurist Operative. 3 and a blue for a 3/4 human ninja. As long as it is tapped, it's a human citizen with base power and toughness 1/1 and can't be blocked. And then you can pay 2 and a blue and untap Futurist Operative. So this is actually good because this is just begging to sneak your ninjas in and get to do ninjutsu. It's a little pricey, but it can be done. All right, Automated Artificier. 2 for an artifact creature Artificier. Tap to add colorless. Spend this mana only to activate an ability or cast an artifact spell. So it's an artifact mana dork. Iron Hoof Boar. 5 and a red for a 5/4 artifact creature boar. Trample and haste, and you can channel this sucker to make target creature get +3/+1 and gain trample. All right, we got the big old Colossus. Flame Discharge, X and a red. Flame Discharge deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker if you control a modified creature. As you cast this spell, it deals X +2 damage instead. Okay. Invigorating Hot Spring. 1 red-green for an enchantment. Invigorating Hot Spring enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Modified creatures you control have haste. Okay. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Invigorating Hot Spring. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. I mean, it's basically like a Fires of Yavimaya that actually helps you out a whole bunch more. I dig it. That's pretty good. Oh, no, that goes here. That goes here. All right. Generous Visitor. Green for a spirit. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Okay. I already pulled this. The Okiba Reckoner Raid. All right. We got a Mythic. Ooh, and it's funky art. Ooh, I do not know what this is. Okay. Sister Spirit's Call. 3 white, black. At the beginning of your end step, choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with the chosen card. If you do, return the chosen card from your graveyard to the battlefield and indicates if this permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. So you fill up your graveyard and then you pull a big thing in by sacrificing a token. That's pretty good. Oh, and you can just do this repeatedly because this is an enchantment. Oh no, this is really good. This is really good. Oh, I know the deck for this. Yeah, that's bad. Oh man, and it's a mythic rare pack. Lion Sash, 1 and a white for an artifact creature equipment cat. White, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash. An equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Lion Sash. All right. We got a Master's Rebuke, 1 and a green. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. That's pretty good. Oh, that's a good way to end a video. All right, that I think is the winner right there. I have no idea how much that's going for, especially with the alternate art, but that's a good card. That's nasty. All right, anyway, y'all stay safe out there.